where's it headed for you?
Well, I think the first major stop will be at 100,000 per coin. That'll take it into the realm of being as a percentage of gold in terms of the valuation. It'll be up in the above the $1 trillion valuation. Gold's roughly $7 trillion in valuation total. I think we're going to get up there, start challenging gold in the valuation side.
So you wouldn't sell any right now?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Okay, let's compare it to gold because people love pitting these two together.
Yeah.
You, in a recent piece, said that Bitcoin is like Moses for gold.
Right.
How so?
Okay, thanks for bringing that up. This is right. I think the contention between the gold community and the Bitcoin community should not be there.
Right.
They are working. They should be working.
Like, can't
hand in
we all
hand.
just get along?
Well, initially the gold people hated Bitcoin. Then they've been coming over one by one. Roy Sabag over at Gold Money, a good friend of mine. He's coming over to finally the crypto space, Roy, and he's now got crypto offering on Gold Money. He said he's doing more crypto per day than gold. It's eclipsing this gold business. But here's what I mean by that. In other words, why has gold been in such a slump for so many years?
Yep.
And there's a huge body of evidence to suggest that it's being held down by the forces that would love to keep fiat money in place and the dollar strong. They tend to attack gold and silver in the markets with a lot of short selling and a lot of naked short selling. And this has been fully documented. And they have been keeping the price down. And because gold is a threat to the dollar. Okay, so is the Bitcoin. However, there's nothing in place to do what they do to gold with Bitcoin. So my point is this, that if Bitcoin succeeds in killing Wall Street in a way, that whole machinery to keep the price of gold down will evaporate. And the price of gold will be free to rise. Patrick Byrne over at Overstock.com, who was a victim of naked short selling, who fought naked short selling for years. His vengeance, he's starting a platform called T0. So it's settlement date zero, which is going to totally kill all the back office bloated fee structures of Wall Street. And that is great for gold because you want to get rid of all the machinery that's keeping the price of gold down.
Where could you see gold headed if this were to
I think gold, the chart on gold, if you look at it, it maps the growth of debt. And that relationship was severed about 7 years ago, where gold started going flat. It entered this bear market, but the debt kept growing at this 45-degree angle. So gold should at least be back to where it should be minus all this manipulation. So that would imply a gold price, I think, I haven't checked my numbers recently, but at least 4,000, 5,000, somewhere in that range.
You also brought Jim Rickards into the mix.
Yeah, Rickards is dead wrong.
In a tweet, he says the gold needs to get to 10,000 to clear global debt. You said,
right.
Let's substitute that with Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, Rickards is the biggest nemesis in the Bitcoin and the gold bug in this space. And we keep it friendly in our debates. But underneath it, there's a lot of tension there because he realizes his whole worldview is being crushed and that Bitcoin is about to kill everything he believes in and holds sacred. He makes the point that the world debt level is in the multi-hundred trillion level, that the way to clear this debt, you go back to what's been done many times before. You go back to a gold standard. I remember the Bretton Woods Agreement, and they had to re-architect the global currency grid, and they brought the dollars backed by gold. And there's this historic relationship between gold and world trade. And he says that the way to clear this debt, essentially, you'd have to raise the price of gold, and you'd have to make things, again, reserve backed by gold, and that this would bring in the inflation that's needed to stop this horrible deflation that's going on. And that when you bring these two forces together, you're talking about a $10,000 per ounce price of gold, okay? It makes a lot of sense. Analytically, that would be great if we were living, in the 1930s or 40s or 50s. As Jim seems to be stuck in that period, he hasn't seemed to cross over into the 21st
Max,
century
be
yet.
nice, please.
But so I'm saying, using that logic,
yes.
If you were to clear everything in Bitcoin, you come up with a multi-million-dollar price per Bitcoin. So there's two concepts I want to bring to your attention. One is called hyper-Bitcoinization. The other one's called the Bitcoin black hole. So the Bitcoin black hole is that the Bitcoin is sucking in all these horrible fiat money, stocks, bonds, securities. It's drawing cash out of all of these fiat based. And in fact, the US dollar is in a hyperinflationary collapse against Bitcoin as we speak. Rickert said that we're going to see how Bitcoin performs in a crisis. He made that statement.
Yeah.
And the crisis is right now, and it's performing today brilliantly. The crisis is that the fiat money is collapsing. That's the crisis, Jim. We're in the crisis that you predicted. It's happening right now.
So for you, Bitcoin has replaced gold as
What's that
a
trumpet
safe
I
haven.
hear? There's trumpet playing. It's like the trumpets of Gabriel. I mean, is this
It's
cyber Christ?
construction. It's
Am
New
I being
York,
called
Max.
away
It's
to
New
the
York,
heavens?
New York City construction,
What
Max, and
is
I
going
apologize
on?
for it. But so has Bitcoin replaced gold as a safe haven for you?
Bitcoin is equal to gold as a safe haven without any question. And you can make the argument that it is superior to gold. It fulfills the four major characteristics of gold that both Isaac Newton and Aristotle believed were key for a reserve currency. It has scarcity, fungibility, portability, and desirability. It has all of those things. And not only that, but it also has something added, which is that it's transforming the very nature of economics itself by bringing into, what's going on here? It's like a Ouija board. Oh my God, where's
Max,
Bitcoin
please
going?
focus,
It's
focus.
going higher, it's going higher.
Max
I can
Keiser.
What?
It was so much fun.
We got to cut it off there?
But I appreciate you joining us. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Danielle, my pleasure. Hope to do it again soon.
Yes, and thank you for watching. We'll have more for you, so be sure to stay tuned to Kitco.com.